Imagine that you wake up on any ordinary morning. You don't have major debts, you aren't sick, you have your family, your friends nearby, and your day-to-day life goes by without tragedies. You look around and, objectively, you aren't lacking any basics. However, while you're washing your face, you feel a familiar pressure in your chest. It's that feeling that even though the stage of your life is complete, the main actor, which is you, feels hollow. It's as if you're watching a black and white movie while everyone else tells you how colorful it is. You ask yourself with fear, why does nothing fulfill me if I have no reason to be this way? You even try to refuge in what you used to like. You open that video game, you try to read that book, you go for a walk, or you sit down to practice that hobby you were once passionate about, but you feel nothing. It's a total disconnection. You don't even know what hobbies to do anymore because basically you don't like anything anymore. Everything seems flat, boring, or simply an unnecessary effort. This inability to enjoy even your passions is what we call anhedonia in psychology, and it is one of the bitterest faces of that inner emptiness. If you feel this way, I want you to know something fundamental. You are not ungrateful, nor are you a cold person. This feeling is a signal from your psyche, a warning that something inside you has stopped clicking with the reality around you. Your life doesn't have to be a disaster for you to have the right to feel empty. Sometimes it is precisely stability that reveals we are missing something deeper, a real connection with ourselves. To understand this, we must look towards neuroscience and behavioral psychology. There is a process called habituation. When your life enters a stable routine where nothing bad happens, your brain stops secreting the chemicals that keep us alert or excited. But there is something more: existential emptiness. Psychologist Viktor Frankl said that human beings don't just need to have a what to live for, but a why to live for. If your life is comfortable but lacks personal meaning, the brain interprets that comfort as a lack of direction. It's like being on a magnificent ship in calm waters but without a rudder and without a port to go to. The ship is fine, but you feel lost, and therefore the landscape stops interesting you. Psychologically, this emptiness can also be an emotional anesthesia. Sometimes, to avoid suffering from daily stress, we disconnect our emotions without realizing it. The problem is that you can't just disconnect the sadness. When you anesthetize yourself, you also turn off the ability to feel joy or interest in your hobbies. That's why, even though you're trying to have fun, you feel as if there were a 3-inch thick glass between the world and you. You're there, but you're not. How do we start to recover that ability to feel when nothing interests us anymore? It's not about forcing yourself to enjoy your old hobbies, because that will only frustrate you more. The first strategy is exploration without pressure. Allow yourself not to enjoy it. Accept that right now your reward system is in pause mode. Don't force yourself to like what you do. Just do it for the sake of moving, without expecting that high that isn't coming right now. The second tool is reviewing your energy leaks. Sometimes the emptiness isn't because we have nothing, but because we are emotionally exhausted by things we don't even notice, always trying to please others, or spending hours on social media comparing our real lives with the edited lives of others. That mental noise consumes all the fuel you should be using to feel fulfillment. A very powerful psychological exercise is values versus goals. A goal is having a good work schedule. A value is being a creative person or connecting with others. If you have the goal but have abandoned the value, the emptiness will appear and your hobbies will lose their meaning. Ask yourself, when was the last time I did something just for myself without it having to be productive or fun for others? It's important to make a necessary distinction. If this emptiness is so deep that you feel life has lost all its color and nothing, absolutely nothing, motivates you, we could be facing a hidden depression or dysthymia. Sometimes emptiness is the symptom of a wound we haven't wanted to look at. Don't be afraid to seek a professional. Psychology is the tool that helps us clean the glass to see the world with clarity again. Be compassionate with yourself. Don't judge yourself for not being happy when you should be. Fulfillment is not an obligation, it is a relationship that is cultivated. That emptiness and lack of interest you feel today is in reality an available space for you to start getting to know who you really are now at this moment in your life. Don't try to cover it up with food, shopping, or distractions. Sit with it. Listen to it. Sometimes emptiness is simply the soul asking for space to breathe and to stop pretending that everything is okay. In conclusion, just because nothing bad is happening to you doesn't mean you can't desire to feel alive. Your emotional well-being is just as important as your stability. Today, I invite you to do just one thing differently. Stop trying to like things out of obligation and ask yourself, without filters, what is my inner child missing today? The answer might be simpler than you think. If you have felt this way, if you have lost the taste for what you once loved, tell me in the comments what that process is like for you. Putting it into words is the first step for interest to return little by little. Don't forget to subscribe to keep exploring your mind with me. Remember, it's not about everything being perfect, it's about you being present in your own life again. Take care.